In this video, we'll be learning how to write queries using where and join clauses in SQL. Here are topics that we'll cover. We'll learn about how where keyword and join statement works. After we learn new topics, at the end, we'll apply the knowledge that we gained by querying examples in Benchling's Insights application. Let's start with the first topic and learn where keyword. Where keyword is used to select data conditionally. It helps you to filter on rows from the table. From the SQL example, you can see that where keyword is written after from keyword. Now let's learn how to set up the where keyword and filter by conditions. You'll be using three components in the where keyword: A, operator, and B. For locations of A and B, you can write a column calculation of or value. The operator is what connects A and B components. There are many operators you can use, so we'll go over the most commonly used ones. Here are the most commonly used operators. They're equal to, not equal to, greater than, less than, greater than or equal to, less than or equal to. And the last operator called between allows you to set a range of numbers. Now let's look at query examples. This query uses a where keyword and equal to operator to get all the rows where the color column has red data. Let's look at a slightly different example with not equal to operator. This example is very similar to the last example, except that in the last row, it's using not equal to operator. Therefore, this query will return all the rows where color column does not equal to red. Let's look at another example with greater than operator. This example is using where keyword and greater than operator to get return all values where the precision rate multiplied by 5 is greater than 100. Another key concept that I'd like to share is that you don't need to select a column to use it in a where clause. They are independent to each other. Lastly, when using where keyword, you can combine conditions arbitrarily. In this example, we have combined first condition, color equals red, and second condition, precision rate is greater than 50, by using and keyword in the middle. In result, this query will filter and return all values that meet both conditions. Since we learned about how to use where keyword, let's learn about join statement. Join statement lets you connect data from across multiple data sets. It combines rows from 2 or more tables based on a related column between them. From the query shown here, you can see that we're joining table 1 and table 2, and using on keyword to set conditions on how to combine two tables. Lastly, we are selecting specific columns from the two join tables on the first row. There are several kinds of joins, so let's take a look together. In this diagram, you're seeing 4 kinds of joins: left join, right join, inner join, and full outer join. Let's learn about the 3 common ones, which are left, inner, and full outer joins. Left joins return all records from the left table, table 1, and then match records from the right table, which is table 2. Inner join selects all rows from both participating tables as long as there is a match between the columns. Full outer join combines the results of both left and right tables and returns all matched or unmatched rows from both tables. With this knowledge, let's take a look at example of join statement. In this query, we are joining table 1, a lab myosin motor protein, and renaming as myosin table, and joining the table 2, a lab user, and renaming it as U table. We're renaming those tables so that it's easier to refer to in the other sections. We are also using on keyword to define matching records between two tables. Therefore, the joins are performed on rows where myosin table's creator ID is matched with U table's ID column. Lastly, on the top, we're selecting specific columns from each table that we want to return. Since we learned all topics for this session, let's go into Benchling's insights to query what we have learned. In this first query, on the query example, you can see that we're using where keyword and then two conditions. We're setting up color equals red and procession rate is greater than 50. Therefore, the return values on the bottom table will show only the rows where it matched both conditions. The second example that we're going to look at is using a join statement. We're combining the left table, which is A-lab myosin motor protein, and renaming as myosin table, and combining the right table, table 2, called A-lab user, and renaming as U table. We're joining on where myosin table's creator ID is equal to U table's ID column, and selecting 4 columns to return at the end. So when you run this query, you can see that 4 columns have been returned based on 2 combined table where this is matched. Hopefully this was helpful for you to learn more about SQL. You can learn more about SQL in our other training videos.